I had a thought. No shit, right? I had a thought on the concept of the role of the father. In my book, The Struggle for Identity, I discuss a three-step process to becoming yourself. We'll put it that way. In that process, you are you. We are first tasked with discovering who we are in relation to our past. And then, once we have discovered that, our next step is to declare, to speak. This is who we are. This is who I am in relation to my past. And then the final step is to step into that. Each of these things involves how do I describe that? Each of these things is correlated with what I call the sins of the father, the role of the father, and the hope of the father. In the sins of the father, you discover, it is within the sins of your father that you discover who you are in relation to your past. It is the role of the father to declare the identity, and we'll talk about that. That's actually what I want to talk about today. And then it is the hope of the father to step into the identity. Or in stepping into the identity is where the father finds hope. Now, I'm using father in this case more symbolically because I'm fully aware that the fact that not everyone will be a father. Not everyone will choose to be a father. But everyone has a father. And it is in that environment where we are formed. So I wanted to talk about the role of the father a little bit. The role of the father, I don't believe that a father, a man, can have hope unless he fulfills his role. What is his role? In the role of the father, there is the declaration of the identity. This is who I am. I will not step down. I will not run. This is where I stand. That position of strength and that position of determination and that level of self-control. It is the role of the father to pass these things along to the next generation. Now, I'm working on a little project right now. That has to do with the role of the father. And in that project, I discussed the original sin. Now, we're told, Christians and non-Christians alike, we are told that original sin is disobedience. That is not the original sin. I don't see that as the original sin. When I look at the story, I look at the whole story. I'm not looking at one singular act and this is the sin. To me, that one singular act is not enough. There's something else going on there. And what I think is going on is that there is a demonstration of Adam's irresponsibility. To me, well, we'll touch on that in a second, it is a demonstration of Adam's irresponsibility. He was given the responsibility of controlling himself. Do not eat from that tree. Then he was given the responsibility of passing that command on to Eve and maintaining that. And then finally he was given the responsibility of ensuring that the family stayed focused on the goal. Now, when Eve comes along and she gets deceived, Adam's responsibility shifted. First of all, his responsibility to maintain the family's focus on the goal came into threat, and he didn't take responsibility. He did not take advantage of his ability to respond to the threat that was presenting itself to him in the garden. But that's only part of it. There's another part of it. When God showed up, and again, I'm not trying to proselytize, just hear me out. When God showed up and said, Adam, what the fuck did you do? Adam had a responsibility to say, yeah, I screwed up. But did he do that? No. He didn't do that. The woman you gave me. And what'd she do? That damn snake you made. And as the story goes, the snake didn't have a leg to stand on. But here's the thing. I believe, by looking at the whole story as a total telling, as a total story, I believe that when God showed up and said, hey, what is going on? Adam had an opportunity for redemption, but he didn't take it. That opportunity for redemption lay in the opportunity to take responsibility. Taking responsibility would have been his redemption, but he didn't. original sin in total is not disobedience. Disobedience was a manifestation brought about by the original sin. The original sin was irresponsibility. And so, the role of the father remains to move the next generation one step further away from irresponsibility. And that is my thought for this weekend. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing and for liking and for commenting. I'm looking forward to reading some of your comments. Those of you who have ideas, something for me to unpack and to analyze. Right now I'm throwing out a bunch of content just to see what you want to hear. Again, these particular episodes that involve religious stories and things like this, they're not intended to proselytize or in any way alienate, God dang it, alienate anybody who does not believe in God. In my opinion, I think that whether you believe or not is immaterial. There is still use in some of these stories and in some of the analysis of these stories and principles. So, all that being said, thank you for clicking on the show and tuning in, and hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.